Here comes you walking on the stage. He catches everybody's like, security's looking, right? And they stop and he sees you and he just stops mid-sentence and goes, oh shit, Ron May's in the house. And you got this. Thank you so much for making the trip because I know you have a lot of things going on tonight and a lot of other people because I saw the phone blowing up. So you were
Jerry Lewis hotline.
No, it's the
Christmas edition.
I think it's the music support hotline, famous musician support.
Exactly.
Like once you've made it, you get Ron May's phone number, and then you can at 3 a.m. Hey, Ron. Oh, I've seen it. We've seen it many a night here.
You saw who was just on the phone. We ain't gonna call no names, but
yeah, he's going through it too.
He's going through it,
and it's still early. It's only midnight, almost. Yeah,
it's close to midnight.
So that phone's gonna be lighting up. So this is gonna be a different podcast because we're gonna have a lot of interruptions with phone calls and
no.
But
we're not gonna do that.
No, but I saw that picture and that reminded me. Wow. That's been a minute ago. Okay, that we've known each other.
Had to be 2011.
2011?
I don't know.
I would give it a two. Jade, Jade's in the audience.
2000.
Me? Told me what you want me to do? Unblock. Oh.
That's not. It's gotta be.
How's that? Perfect.
11, 12.
I don't know. That's old studio. Those are nice. Those are velvet. Are those shoes green suede shoes?
Green. They're blue-ish green.
Yeah.
And I was going through the airport, and I went into I forget the name of the store, but they didn't have my size.
Okay.
But they had these shoestrings in all different colors. I said, let me get it.
Hey, I mean, they still look amazing.
I'm gonna buy I was in Dallas or somewhere, but I could change the shoestrings out. You know, the reason why I got the green shoestring because I have on a blue and white bow tie, so the strings is matching the tie. You know, everything has.
Oh no, it's perfect. Hit this, that.
Yeah. The whole ensemble. And Jade is standing looking like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Oh, my favorite was when you got there, and you and I have known each other a few minutes, and then she shows up from dance. And you're talking about dance, and she's looking at me like, Dad, who is this man?
Right.
And then I'm like, and you did that, and then we put you doing the Flow Rider, showing him how to go out on stage with the voice. And she's like, oh. And then at that point, she's like, Dad, move out of my way. I want to hang out with him. Right. Now it's Uncle Ron. And I was like, from then on, done.
That's crazy.
And yeah, so it's.
What year?
I don't know. Jade will have to tell us. But while she's looking it up,
She has on no jewelry, so she's got to be...
Oh, she's young there.
11, 12.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's got to be a minute ago. Well, I would like to pour you a glass of wine because I know how much you love your red wine, and I got this one. This one's actually a special one. No brands, no labels, nothing. Just,
right.
You know, for
until
you
they
and
cut
me.
the check.
Yeah, bingo. Until we get somebody sponsoring. Because I think like 5 people are watching this right now. No,
yeah.
Actually, we just 2 days ago or yesterday, I think it was, Jade. Somebody was it Everlynn's. One of our podcasts got over 1 million views in the past day. So people are actually watching some of this stuff. So I'm pretty excited. So oh, that's it. There we go.
What do you want? You want Christmas pictures?
What's your what are you using now? Because I was looking for the other day.
I don't have nothing on other than. Facebook.
Facebook? That's where people are going to find you?
No, MySpace. I got them.
That's not.
I just redid my MySpace.
No, Ron. No, don't. No.
It's MySpace.
It's CompuServe. AOL.
Oh, you got mail.
Hey.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the podcast. I've known your family, and I'm just so glad that I got you here to talk about the history, music, Miami. You are truly okay. I have to tell you a story, so I have to first drink to say thank you. Hold on.
Okay, you got a drink to tell the story. It is good.
Is that, oh, you can even taste the tobacco notes over the cigars. All right. So the other day, I'm talking to a friend, and I go, I'm going to get Ron because they've been asking me who's scheduling on the podcast. Okay, I got to get Uncle Ron. I've been meaning to catch up with you. We missed each other, and they're like, "Who's Ron Mack?"
Because you was in China.
Oh, we were in Japan for a month and a half. We're about to start filming. We're leaving for LA next week. And we've been you called me last time. We're in New York. It's like you. We're always on the road. And so what's really crazy is you and I. Going back to crazy stories. It was this one I know is because I saw the video the other day, 2017. Telling a friend of mine, "Oh, Ron's he's OG. He's been around. He's Mr. Miami."
Triple OG. Get your G's right.
Triple. I stand corrected. Triple OG. Thank you.
There you go.
All right. So we go in. I'm filming at University of Miami. I'm one of the attendants of the show. It's me. It's a bunch of people in the industry, and then DJ Khaled's coming on the scene. And he's playing the event at that evening. And then you come rolling in and you see your nephew, Luke, and you grab him and you two just walk into this venue while like where everybody's filming, the stage is packed and there's, this is he's at the top of the game with All I Do Is Win, right?
Yeah.
And he's doing the song and all of a sudden here comes you walking on the stage. He catches everybody's like, security's looking, right? And they stop and he sees you and he just stops mid-sentence and goes, "Oh, shit, Ron May's in the house." And you got this little tiny white boy, right, Luke?
Is Luke white?
It's the most... Well, that's to be determined. But here you're carrying him up and I'm dying. I'm watching and there you go. You're doing the handshake. I have the video. I'll link the video. I'll put a little clip because you guys steal the show because he goes back to start singing, gives you the high five, and you guys are up there. And I'm like, that's who Ron is. Ron walks in our room. Ron gets a FaceTime from Flo Rida doing his birthday when we're in the old studio. Just you have been in this industry and still been just, how do I say it? You've been in the best spots of this business. And you've seen it. And that's why I was like, I know we're dear friends and I love you. And I mean that. And there's not a lot of people say that about, but because I know you. And we just went out to LA just recently working on some different things. So we've known each other long enough where it's family. And that's why I was like, but there's so much I know about you from the history and Miami and the music. And I want people to know that it's not just the artist. You just got a phone call and you're playing KinderCare. For a you're playing KinderCare for a major artist that I know as well for a long time. And he's like, where you at, Ron? I need some help. And that's what's so interesting because I think people, they only see the artist. They don't know who the people who are really moving and shaking the industry are. So I want to how did you get started is the best question. I mean, you grew up here.
Right. But, like the Bible said, don't despise your small beginnings. I never despised my small beginnings because I started from the bottom. I started as a dancer with the love for music. And one day I was getting ready to dance in this club, and this guy was playing a record. The guy name is George Coles. He's from New Jersey, and he was remixing a song. If you know a song and you dance to the beat, the 8 count, boom, 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 everything has got to be on time, every crescendo. And this guy was mixing the record. And he had 2 copies of it, and I was like, hold on, the record was supposed to do this, and it didn't. And come to find out, he had 2 copies of it. He was holding the beat. He was from New Jersey, so that was new to me. And I was looking at him, and I'm still dancing, but like, where's the part of the song that the piano comes in? And it never came in because he was doing what you call a remix. And I was like, I gotta learn how to do that.
Right.
And then I started DJing. And I started at a record store. And we had this drive-through record store in Lauderhill, Florida, next to Lauderhill Mall on 12th Street. And it was amazing. This guy taught me how to like hold a break beat, how to do, how to mix, blend, how to count beats per minute on a song. If you count from 12 o'clock all the way around like this, It goes all the way around from 12 o'clock all the way back to 12 times 2. That is the beats per minute of that song. So if it's 60 that you counted, that song is going 120 beats per minute. So you need another song that's going 125, and you can slow it down on the pitch of the turntable, and they can blend right with you. If somebody's dancing to the beat, you transcend right in, you blend right into it, and they will never stop dancing. That's how you keep a dance flow going. Once I got that, game over. Game over. I don't want to dance no more. No more. I'm a DJ now.
Yeah, you're like,
you know what I'm saying.
But that was back in the
Unlike everybody today, anybody that has a laptop now, they're a DJ.
Yeah, no.
What the hell?
No. Yeah, there's a yeah.
I'm talking back in vinyl days, like when you had vinyl records and you had to have from Peach's record store and you had crates of records. I'm not talking about you got a disc drive with 1,000 songs.
You mean you're carrying the milk cartons?
We carrying milk cartons,
heavy
crates. Now, see, you said milk cartons. I said Peaches. You had to be balling to get a crate from Peaches. Yeah. But if you didn't have the Peaches, you had fucking milk cartons.
Yeah, because you're still on the grind.
You're on the grind. But
the techniques, the old techniques.
Technique 1200s.
That was where it started.
Can't go wrong. That's where it started at, man. And I fell in love with it, and that's all I wanted to do. I had a warehouse probably half the size of this, and I spent all my money on records. I used to buy Jamaican beef patties and a cocoa bread. That was dinner for the day, right. Not for dinner, for the day. You cut the patty in half. You put the beef patty in the cocoa bread, and you don't eat it all at the same time because you ain't got no more money. And you're going to get hungry later. So,
especially if you're sitting spinning and thinking.
And you trying to come up with some shit for the next party or the next club that you're going to be in. And it was just like, it was a journey. And when I caught that bug, I said, there's no turning back. I'm in it to win it. I'm doing this DJ thing. And I just went on and started, DJing for Gigolo Tony and this and that, and, different groups or whatever. Not dissing that as a group. I'm just saying dissing that as a metaphor. But I just fell in love with making people move and going into clubs. And it became from street parties to clubs. And now I'm in this big club every Sunday night in Fort Lauderdale called Nepenthe. Anybody that was in that 80s era, they know what Nepenthe was. You came there on a Sunday night. It was a discotheque that was amazing. If it was there today, it would be modern right today. But back then, it was way more advanced then. They shot a movie with Brian Adams in this club. This club was high tech. It had fog machines, smokes coming out of the ceiling, and
back in the day,
a Richard Long sound system. Anybody that knows sound, Richard Long. He did Studio 54,
right.
The Palladium.
No, the best stuff. I remember the Palladium. That's where I used to go. Yeah.
Come on. He had that sound system was in this club that I used to spin in.
Yeah.
And when I queued up a record on a Sunday, like that Michael Jackson that you was playing, you would have thought you would be looking in the ceiling looking for Mike. He's got to be in here. It sounds too close, too good.
Funny you said, I don't know of any clubs. Now you said that, I'm thinking about the Palladium, and I don't know. I don't think I've been to any clubs that have a system like those in the old days.
I could tell you one.
Where?
Dare. In the Hard Rock.
Oh, in the Hard Rock.
That's the closest you can get.
Really?
Yes.
I got to check it out because it's down the street from here.
That sound system is ridiculous in there.
Okay, I got to check it out.
You really feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel the music like, when you heard a song, you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what brings you that, like you said, when you're spinning and it's...
And we had monitors on the floor that when you cued the song up in the monitor, and you felt before they felt it, you felt it because you could and you could play the mix in the monitor. Oh yeah, I got them. And they had what you call, it wasn't no crossfaders back then. I mean it was, but this club had what you call a Bozak mixer, so it was knobs, pan
instead of a slide.
Right, so you could take out the bass if you want to. You could take out the mid. You could EQ the mix while you mixing.
Yeah. So it's like an equalizer with the can
Oh my God.
blend. Okay.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shout out to Nepentha. By the way, I'm doing a Nepentha reunion. I'm trying to do it this year, but it's probably gonna be 2024, and it's gonna be called For Only One Night.
I hope I get a ticket. I'm praying I'm going to get a ticket to that. I'm going to be I'll be texting on that list. I want to.
No, you gotta be there.
I need to be there.
You gotta be there.
We'll be filming it.
We gotta be filmed. We're gonna be live. We're
Yeah.
gonna be live.
Oh man, that's amazing.
But that's kind of the start of it, and then it just transitioned into me being a DJ, and then I got a call one time. My sister's boyfriend, he said, "Oh, we going on this tour, and da 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 with New Edition." And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be the DJ."
That's right.
So this is like 1986. So I'm thinking I'm gonna be the, and we get past Lowndes County over the state line. The first, if you leave Florida, you get past the state line. The first city you get into is on 75 is Lowndes County. That's Valdosta, Georgia. And they finally said, what I'm gonna be doing. It's like merchandising. I'm like, what the hell is merchandising? Oh, we're gonna be selling T-shirts and glow like roses and taking pictures. I'm like, I'm not gonna be the DJ for New Edition. What the fuck I'm doing here?
Right.
But I went along with it, and I learned so much about the business just being in the arena. What people see in an arena in 2 hours of a show, it takes 14 hours to put together. The load in, the sound check, the lights, everything. It's got to be perfect. And they come to sound check at a certain time, and then boom, 7:30, doors open, boom, lights go down. It's showtime. You got your opening acts, By 1980, I did that. Them in 86, 87, I went on tour with Freddie Jackson, R&B superstar. By 1988, I had it all figured out. I came back to Fort Lauderdale, and I'm looking for whoever's hot because I was studying the management side, the business side. I take away, okay, you got creative side. Okay, what about the business side? I used to be backstage, and I see all these people. Oh, what does he do? Oh, he's the manager. So what's his job? Oh, he makes sure that the backstage is good. He makes sure that everything is right. He makes sure the key thing that he do is make sure that the artists got their money before they went on stage. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. By the time I came back to Fort Lauderdale in 88, I was like, hey, who's hot? My friend had a record called Give It All You Got and Afro Rican. And I'd say, hey, man, I'm back in town. They was like, yo, we getting ready to go on tour, da-da-da. Boom, won't you be our road manager? So I went on tour with them, and from there, it just...
Well, there's probably a lot of people, in the music space, and this, everybody wants to be the star, right?
Right.
But the most important thing, and especially now, forget that. I mean, then was important, but now you want to be able to go on tour and make the money. So if you don't have somebody like you to be able to see the whole 360, anyway, go ahead.
But everybody want to be a star, you're right. But a star has to shine. And right now, what's missing, nobody wants to be developed. Everybody loves a butterfly, but you step on a caterpillar. And all the caterpillar was doing was humping around, crying, saying, I believe I can fly. He just needed a chance. And you stepped on him or poured salt on him on your driveway. Oh, these caterpillars, I hate them. But he's gonna be turned into a butterfly. He's gonna be flying, and everybody want to chase him on Easter Sunday. You got your Easter, you chasing butterflies because he's so pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was that caterpillar, and that's the same way some artists are. They're caterpillars. People don't see them. Everybody see you when you're a butterfly.
Yeah.
Nobody sees you when you're a caterpillar. You struggling. Hey, listen to my CD. Hey, I'm gonna be the next blah blah blah. And I don't believe in the next nothing because nobody had the same fingerprint. So therefore, there could be no next Justin Bieber, no next Flo Rida, no next Rick Ross, no next Bruno Mars. He may have similarities,
right?
But he's not no next. Be your own person. And when a person starts saying they're the next, I kind of back up. Yeah. I want an artist that say, hey, I have my own unique way. I'm a little weird. I'm different. I like you because I already know you weird as fuck. You crazy, and I just have to deal with that.
Right.
But when they start trying to emulate somebody else, then it's taking away your craft. It takes away your craft when you're trying to, because if that person start doing this and start wearing this and doing that, then you're gonna follow that trend, and you're not being genuine.
I couldn't
like
agree
genuine.
more. I
I
couldn't
like
agree
genuine
more.
artists. I like to develop artists. I had an artist one time, and I told him, I said, hey man, read this. He said, what? I said, it's the New York Times. What I need to read that for? I said, okay, read this. What's that? It's the Washington Post. Read that. What's this? It's full out of the news. He said, why do I need to read that? I said, you need to read that. Because reading, you start to understand words, and it'll make you eloquent of speech. So when you start to get in an interview, you know how to sell what you're doing. A lot of these artists, they're undeveloped. They don't know how to sell what they have. That's why their threshold is small. If they knew how to sell their craft, then they know how to promote themselves on camera and off camera. My philosophy, never let your character take you where your integrity can't keep you. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them start to blow up and they become assholes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the integrity. You know what I'm saying? But the derivative of that is their character. Nobody never taught them how to be a superstar.
It's true.
A star just shine. It's a difference between a star and a superstar. You could be a star, okay, you hot, whatever. But a superstar, that's when you shut down the mall. You can't go shopping. They gotta close the mall because
Right. Yeah.
you're over the top. You know what I'm
And you've
saying?
seen that. You've seen it
Absolutely.
in many different. I know you have.
I remember one time I was in Minnesota, the Mall of America. I was doing
Biggest mall there is.
Yeah, I was doing security for Mario. We was on a Scream Tour Part 2 with Bow Wow. And we went to the mall, Bow Wow, oh, I gotta get this one jersey. That's when the jerseys was out and all that. I gotta get this jersey.
I remember that
So
era.
we go to the mall and this Ferris wheel is 1,000 feet up in the air. Oh, I wanna get on that. We get him on there. He goes around, and a girl see him on that, and she, that's little Bow Wow, blah, blah. She made her mom go to the store, the record store down the street, and buy his CDs so she can get an autograph. We ended up having to run through the mall. Then once they had us in a store that sold the throwback jerseys back then, Mitchell and Ness, we ended up having to go out of the back door. So, but while we walking through the mall with the mall security and everything, and he was like, I'm gonna take off and run like Michael Jackson. I'm like, dude, you remember when Michael Jackson was running with the security people, the army motherfuckers and shit, and they was running?
Yep.
He said, I always want to do that. I said, today is not the day. I don't even supposed to be in here with you. I'm with Mario, right? My leg is hurting like a motherfucker. This motherfucker take off in a little jog. And all the security, you got old Otis from the mall security. He's trying to keep up and shit. My leg bad.
That's a scene from a movie. I need to film something like I'm
telling you, the shit was so crazy. And then we ended up having to run in another store. They had to pull the blind down, and they shaking the shit like some wild animal. We ended up having to go through the back door of the mall. And you know, I don't know if you know, behind the malls is almost like Vegas. You know, in some room in Las Vegas, you could be in your room, and they could bring you out of your room, take you downstairs, and run you through the kitchen, back there, and you end up way over at
it's
rehab.
like a maze. Yeah, it's crazy.
like a maze. Like, and nobody will never see you, and you just walk out on stage. I'm like, fuck, we just did. You know what I'm saying? So we in the back of this mall. Now we trapped. We fucking trapped in the back of the mall, and these people running. And now we got to run through the back. And once I grabbed him by the back of his pants. When they opened the door to the van, I just threw him in that motherfucker. Jumped in and took off. But
we're out.
we out. The kids running down the street.
That's funny. Well, Ferris wheel in the mall, you know, you All right. So then, okay. So with all these travels and like there's a million questions that I know that everybody would want to know, but I'm gonna throw a few more at you. What's been on those memories? Here, let me help you fire that thing up again. Careful, ready? It's got a weird twist on it. There it goes. And when you're done, I'll grab it. What would you say some of your favorite moments have been? Because I know there's a lot of crazy ones. That's not, let's talk about some of the favorite stuff you've done over the years. Flo and different guys and
Flo, we got stories.
oh, I know you do. I know you got
No, we got
stories.
so we got tragic stories.
Oh.
Like one time we was in Dominican Republic.
Oh my, okay. I was just
I'm
in the DR.
I'm actually going there on the 18th.
No way.
Yeah.
We were just there like last year with Max doing a charity benefit thing.
Right.
Nice.
So
Okay.
we take off on the PJ, getting ready to come home, and
That's
so
a private jet for most of you.
Oh, yeah, it's a private jet.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
So
Way to
we-
help out some of our audience.
So we getting ready to take off, and Flo's like, I need my boombox. And we was like, it's in the back. Now we clear for takeoff. The plane is moving.
No.
I want my boombox.
And a private jet takes off way faster than a
I'm
regular.
like, it's in the back. I know it. I want my boombox. So he said, I tell him, I go up in the jump. I usually sit in the jump seat right there between the two pilots. I tell him, I say, hey, man, you got to stop the plane. He needs his boombox. The pilot looked back and said, you need what? He wants his boombox. So stop the plane on the tarmac, let the shit go in the thing, get his boombox, boom. He puts it on. Thank you, Ron May. Started playing this gospel music. We already said our prayer and everything. And we take off. We at about 2,000 feet. We hear boom. We feel heat coming in the plane. Like, first thing they ask, everybody on the plane. We got Briscoe, Billy Blue, everybody's on the plane. Rami, what's going on? I don't know. I'm not driving this motherfucker. So
like, do I look like the pilot?
Right. They said, what's going on? Man, I don't know. I go up to the pilot. This man, like he just got through playing with the Miami Heat. He is sweating profusely. And I'm asking him, he said, everything okay? I said, no, everything cannot be okay.
Right.
Something is wrong. You wouldn't be sweating like this. Something is wrong. And they hitting buttons. They getting out the manual. Oh, my God. It's like we started praying like you wouldn't believe. And Florida is a prayer warrior. He was praying, and Briscoe got a towel on his face, and we like, oh, my God, is this how this shit going to end for us? Bro, we thought this was it. And they was like, Rami, what do you see? Oh, we climb. All I see is water. Like, water. And we started praying some more. And these guys he's turning this thing around.
Okay. So you're going back.
We're going back. And they keep saying, Rami, what'd you say? Water. And because I'm in a little chair. And with the pilot's here, it's called a little jump seat.
Mm-hmm.
And all I see is water. And then I said, I see the airstrip. And we climbed down. When we landed at the FBO, we was like, bro, you can stop right here. We'll fuck that shit. Keep the bags and all the Louis Vuitton bags out. You can keep that shit. We'll get out right here.
Right.
Well, we'll go back to the FBO. I called the guy that brought us there. We in Punta Cana at this time.
Okay.
I called the guy back. He was like, hey, what's up? I said, hey, man, turn around. He said, turn around. You left something in the car? No, turn around and get us. We want to hang out some more. Because we wasn't going home.
Oh, you're not getting back on a plane.
Fuck
No,
that.
yeah.
Everybody is spooked, scared. They walking slow. So, shit, we get back inside the FBO. Flo said, Ron, we going to get back on this plane? I said, not today. Call that guy. He came back, 2 SUVs, 2 Cadillac trucks or whatever, and we left and went to Santo Domingo.
Totally different airport.
For no reason. No, we just going.
Okay.
We just happy to be on the ground.
Right.
So we drive
wanna
like,
keep
it's like
moving.
2 hours to Santo Domingo, And while we was going, it was so amazed that I saw all these makeshift baseball fields, not knowing that this is where they come get guys that 12, 13 years old. This is where they come and pick them from.
I didn't know that.
Yes. And then he said, oh, I'm hungry. We pull over, get something to eat. Now we seeing all these jitney trucks and people on, I seen a family on a scooter, family of 5 on one scooter.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah.
And it just like blew my mind. So we on the scooter. I mean, they're on the scooter and we looking at them, just pull over to the side. We see people at gas stations selling gas. They selling gas. Fill this up with gas. And they selling that.
Wow.
To somebody on a
Just
motorcycle.
on the side of the road, just to.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was like, so we see these guys in like Escalades. I'm like, who the fuck is he? He gotta be somebody. Oh, that's the kid. He's 19. He just got signed with the Yankees or whatever. And then he's pull up in his truck and he's got his music blaring. And then he was like, another guy pulled up in a BMW. Like, who is he? Oh, he just got signed with the Dodgers. See that house right there? That's his house up in the hill.
Shit,
It was like, it was crazy. But Santo Domingo, the difference, but from Punta Cana to Santo Domingo, it was just like mind blowing because you go through rural areas.
Oh yeah.
Poor. I mean, poor.
Super poor. Just recently.
No, poor.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, they ain't poor. There ain't no 2 O's on this shit. It's just 1 O.
Couldn't afford the extra
yeah,
O. Got it.
Yeah, you don't get no
Drop
extra
that other O.
Fuck that other O. You po. And it was just like it was eye opening, and it was like just the people, you know. And when we got there, the people in the street, you know, they want money and this and that, and you got little kids want to clean your sneakers and stuff like that. So these kids, it's a funny story. The kids had some like, you know how the guys clean your windows?
Yeah, the squeegee guys in New York.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
We called them squeegee guys back in New York. Yeah.
These kids had some shit in a Windex bottle or whatever, but it looked like dirty ass rainwater. Come on, Papa. Come on, Papa. They want to clean your shoes. I'm like, fuck out of here. Clean my shoes. Walking down the street, we're going. They got strip clubs on. They're not even strip club. They look houses.
Ooh.
And we just walking
Some
and we go in.
shit.
Yeah, we go in. We buy liquor and just doing shots, and we leave that one. Leave the bottle. Oh, y'all gonna leave these bottles? Oh, that's nothing. Go to another one and do that. And so we go all the way down this whole street, and we coming back. We see these same little kids. The little kids, like, hey, Papa, come let me clean it. Go order up here. Up. We're like, nah, don't do that. So Big Zach is walking, you know, Flo. I'm walking next to Flo. We talking, we laughing. And one of the kids took some shit, that squeegee bottle with that dirty ass rainwater and sprayed it on Big Zach's shoes. And he was like, you motherfucker. And I'm like, Zach, hold on. You better clean my shit off right now. Get this shit out. Oh, Papa, please, no problem. This guy had the little rag and cleaned his shoes. I promise you, they were cleaner than they when he bought them motherfuckers. Everybody was like, "Hey, do me, dog."
He knew what he was doing. Everybody
knew what he was
just
doing.
Hanging out, you guys.
Yeah, I think we gave him like $100. Oh man, this little kid started crying like that. That's like
Oh yeah, that's money.
month worth of pay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Back then.
Wait, we gave
Even
him like,
now, it's still good money.
we gave him like $100, and he was like, and he cleaned everybody's shoes. I promise you, any scuff mark was on your shit, it was gone.
That's funny.
Like, it
So
was
crazy memories.
It was crazy.
So then, okay. So one thing came into mind because I was listening to you thinking, you know, how do I even? So, the music industry, because you know it from the management to performing to all these angles, right? And what I would love, because between all this stuff, social media, TikTok, and everything that's been going on, what do you think today, right? There's the artists of many generations. Now, if I'm an artist today, and I know you've got young guys who are coming to you and all that sort of stuff, what is the industry today versus back then?
Well, back then we didn't have social media,
Right.
and even today, social media has stolen our social time, especially with families.
Oh,
You ever go out, you see a family go out, a family of four,
restaurant.
go
Forget
to a
it.
restaurant, everybody's like this. We're not even engaging in each other's comfort.
Well, how about in Miami? You pull up at a light. They're sitting at a green light. You beep the horn. You look. They're on their phone.
Right.
It's
So,
just, they can't even drive, much
right,
less
they can't,
eat.
and that's what it is. Everything has fallen to this. This is what you live and you die. They did some MIT people did a survey or whatever. They say if an individual lose his phone for 1 hour, it's all the feeling that they get is equivalent to death in the family. You know what I'm saying? It's like
My
got
phone.
my phone,
Right.
you know, and you go crazy. So you don't have if they had social media 20 years ago, or it would be some of the artists would be way farther than they are. But it then again, if you bring it up to today's, it made a lot of them lazy because artists today don't know about right now. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. They don't know about going into a city and putting up posters, the grind, the hustle. It make you appreciate it more when you do get on the stage and somebody's screaming for you. You feel good because of the work that you put in to get there. Today, they don't do no work.
Right.
It's just like, here's a mic, go on stage, do a show, and the shows are garbage. Their performance today are garbage. It's like I gave, and they get 10x of what you was getting back then. If you had a hot record, and I'ma just give me a year, just
88.
88. Average artist was probably getting 1,500 for a show. You had people like LL Cool J.
Yep.
He was so hot nationally, so he could say, even in Rock the Bells, he say,
Yeah.
6Gs for 20 minutes is the pay I earn Rock the Bells.
Yep.
But he was getting it like that then, but everybody wasn't getting it like Run DMC and LL Cool J and those big artists.
And Eric B. and Rakim, man, when they were, or before that, they were doing shows and
Right.
getting paid for the shows.
Right. Artists that put in work, that put in. If you was performing on Friday, you got in that town on Thursday, but the artist was out there putting up the posters. The artists you had to go to. They don't do meet and greets. They don't go to the record store. They don't go to the radio station.
right.
They don't go to the distributor. When you worked the artist back in the day, you went to go see. You know who when you got to a town, you went to saw the distributor. Then you go to the radio station.
Yep.
Then you go to the barbershop, the beauty salon,
That's right,
and whoever.
Yeah.
Hey, this is me. This is what I'm doing. I'm performing at so and so tonight. Come through. Blah blah. It's so different now.
Yeah.
Artists come through. You take artists nowadays. These guys are. I mean, they're getting 80,000, 100,000, and they got one song.
It's crazy. Max, last year, you and we both know him. Last year, he got a call to show up, a buddy of his, big musician, 85 grand to show up for an hour at a bat mitzvah over here in Miami Beach to do us. I was like, you go, run on out, grab that stuff. So it's crazy how different
It's
today
very,
is.
it's very.
That's why
very
I asked you,
different.
but
Because they lazy and they don't really work for it. But the sad thing about it is that when that window closed and they don't know how to even sell their self no more, and,
Right.
and you gave everybody your ass to kiss, it's gonna hurt you in the long run. My life, my whole music career is based on character and integrity. Never let my character take what my integrity can't keep me. And I build relationships. The key to the game to have longevity is build relationships. It's about relationships because you never know what you can do for that person or that person can do for you down the line 10 years from now.
100%.
Yeah.
You never know if you're working for them, they're working
Or they
for
work
you.
for
But
you. Are
and
you working together?
And that's what I think people are so short-sighted of this industry, whether it's acting or entertainment or even influence or whatever.
Synergistically, they run together.
it's a collaborative business. Like you
Right.
said, if I don't have you, I may be the greatest singer, but if I don't have somebody like you in my corner to make that performance, and perfect example, and correct me and tell me where I'm wrong or right, but you years ago, you went to see, and not even that long ago, and there's all the fireworks and the sparks, and people are dropping from cranes and this. And okay, it's a show. But then you go see somebody who just recently passed, like Tony Bennett, and they roll out a piano and they
Right.
give him a microphone and he holds the room for 2 hours.
Right.
You get, those are performers.
Performance.
Like you were just saying, you're
Yeah.
making, versus I need to have a lion jumping through a hoop. I need to, and I just don't know if the performers, like a Michael Jackson, those people, even though they had a show,
Yeah.
you could give him a mic and you'd sit and you'd watch him for hours or some, one of the, and I don't know today who's really working on their craft like that.
It's a short window of people that take pride in their shows. And I'm not saying this because he's current, but Flo Rida, he is the most brilliant artist I've
He's
seen.
so talented. I mean,
I've seen, and he's so humble. I've seen this man rip a crowd up. It could be 50,000 people, and I put the towel on him, and we're walking down the stairs, going back to this long dressing room, and he would turn sometimes and say, "How did I do? How did
how do you think you brought the house down?
They're dead. You just killed them."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You did amazing.
Right.
But when you have people like that, they trust their craft. They look at their craft so much, and they look at themselves so much that they want to do great every time. They're perfectionists. You know what I'm saying? When you look up the word perfection, it says one who strives to be perfect. You're not perfect. You can't be perfect.
Right. There is no, yeah.
But you can strive to be.
Right.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
best.
You can be the
Yeah.
best. So you work on that every show, every day. You working to be better and better and better. Even when you think you didn't do good and you did phenomenal,
Mm-hmm.
that's because you take so much pride in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Your art, your craft. You cherish that because you know that, hey, I could be selling newspapers on the corner or doing anything, but I've been blessed to have this talent in a window open up for me with my talent, and I bring my talent. When I bring my talent to somebody, to the world, I want it to be accepted. I want it to be genuine. I want it to be true, and I want people to enjoy it. That's why one thing he does, he don't like to meet people before the show, the meet and greets. He like to meet them after. And I was like, no, let's get this out of the way. No. For a while. And one day I said, wait a minute. He said, well, I want them to see me perform and give them a reason to want to take a picture with me or want me to sign an autograph. And I was like, makes sense. It make a lot of sense because back in the day, you did your meet and greets at radio stations. You did your meet and greets backstage before. Okay, these are ticket winners, and they came in, they met you, and then you moved on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But he liked to do it afterward, and they be like,
Yeah, they're probably even
crazy.
more. Yeah.
They crazy because the show was so electrifying, and he touched them in a certain way with all the catalog that he has to the point to where people were like, this guy's amazing, and he keeps getting booked, keep getting booked.
Oh, yeah, he's
booked.
so talented. No,
Oh,
there's no doubt about it. How, somebody like him. So tell me about some younger artists or people what are you looking for? What are you doing today? I know what you're doing, but like, if somebody came to you with something that you just really, that landed with you, would you get back in the game for them, or what's?
They, as an artist,
Mm-hmm.
on a daily day, I'm not talking about, I want to do this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday, and then
And
Friday,
then Friday
you
I'm
dive.
at finger licking, and Saturday.
No. Friday, you dive out. The artists have to be out there pushing themselves, making themselves hot without me. So then when I see that zeal and that fortitude, I say he really want, especially if they have the talent.
Yeah.
So then now you see they have the talent, but they have the work ethic that want to drive. And I want to do this. I- I'm gonna do it with or without you, Ron.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I look for now. I have to. This person have to be hot. Like when you come to me, it's already hot. I can't even touch you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But let me let you cool off a little bit, and then I can bring you over here to this label or whatever, or let me find the funding to do you independently because you can do it independent. Because right now, with the new artists, if Luke came out right now, Luke Nappy, not Luke Campbell.
Oh, I was gonna say because we should okay, yeah, that's the same relation. Okay.
Yeah. So if Luke came out, Luke Nappy, and he was hot, and then you had the capital to put behind him, I can go and get the same people that work a Bruno Mars record or whatever record, and you could do that same campaign to make them just as big. If the talent is there, the talent has to be there. A lot of time, the talent don't be there. It be hype. And then you have, your novelty records that come around, and then some of them catch on. Like perfect example, no disrespect, the boy, I want to take my time to hold on. Right to the, that was like a
yeah.
that was like a novelty record.
Right.
That the guy that produced the record don't even get none of the publishing because he sold the beat or whatever online or whatever. But you take an artist like that and it just blow through the roof. And then the machine gets behind it. Once the machine, they have a machine right now. Right now, you could go find a kid on a trash pile, no disrespect, in Guatemala. If they want him to be number one artist, he'll be number one artist.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to shove it down your face. They're going to shove it down. They're going to beat this record into your head. That's not a hit record. That's what a mechanical mechanism that made him that big, and it won't last long. But if it's genuine, a hit record don't need to be promoted.
You said something, and I want to follow up because I had a podcast, and I just mentioned Max, and what you just said is you can almost make any artist because it's almost like repetitive. If you just keep hearing the sound, and that's like TikTok,
Redundant,
right? Redundant, and then you start going, and then you start thinking,
yeah.
But where's the like you just said? So yeah, you can, and that's what's crazy, right? Is music. Actors, different things. That's Baskin and Robbins. How many flavors of ice cream, right? Same thing. So, there's a million different artists, but what really, what lasts? What holds up over time? What's not just like a pop and it's out. And that's where I think, talking to you that's where I'm wondering what's happened with music. Are people doing it for, they're different genres too.
Right. But it has to be like Max Lewis.
Okay.
Like when you introduce me to Max Lewis, you say, "Hey, come down here. I want you guys." Oh man, come on, Vic. That's 1 hour for me to drive. I hear this shit all the time. Oh, he's good. But when I came and I heard Max Lewis, and I was like, "Wow, it's different."
Right.
And the number one thing. He wrote that. Nobody mechanically wrote it for him or whatever. And that plays a big role when you have an artist that can write his shit, or if he can write and produce, like Mac, he can write and produce and play, then you got one up on everybody. So now you just need the machine behind you. Now, do you go to an angel investor or a hedge fund or a family office and say, "Hey, I got this artist, put up this money, put up this $1 million. I guarantee you, I'm gonna get you 60% of your money. I'll pay you back 60% on $1 million." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you think that's changed? Because, I'm glad you said that because in the old days, you found an artist, you brought him into the machine. I'll call it a machine,
right?
But you brought somebody in, and you could develop him. You could control their media. You could right. And now today, I say that an artist will get $1 million, but it's a 360 deal, and it's on the back end, and it's and at the end of the day, I'm going to let you put in your words. How is it different today? Because you almost need to spend $1 million out of your. You need to have money today. I think.
The reason why
That's
the
right.
360 deal came into place is because record companies don't make money off hard sales.
Bingo.
The actual CD or cassette that we used to have, right? So that's why they want a 360 deal, because if you spin off and they say, hey, we like him for this movie, we like him for that, then now they get a piece of that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why they want to give you, these 360 deals, because they getting a part of anything. You can sneeze on a napkin, and if they put that shit in art back. This is
It's on eBay, and
it's on eBay. This is the nap that Luke Nappy sneezed on when he had his cold. Who gives a fuck? Somebody do.
Somebody's gonna pay for
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Somebody will pay for it. So that's how these companies come, because you got to understand. Like if you go back to the independent days, just say I get a perfect example of the biggest independent company label here was Luke Records, which I was part of. So you take a record, an album, you give that record album $8 to a distributor. A distributor give it to a one-stop for $9.50. A one-stop give it to a retail for $10.50, and if retail give it to the consumer $11.99. But it goes back. You're getting $8. Nobody's getting that kind of money for no record.
No.
These days, you go hoping on streaming, and streaming you get point
Yeah.
1 cent. So you have to be a Drake or somebody to be making money on streaming, because it is on a record. If I'm sharing me correct, I don't know about now, but it used to be about 12 cents for every spin
Oh, it's less than that now. Way
on,
less.
on traditional radio.
Radio.
Not
yeah.
You don't get no 12 cent on no podcast,
Oh, God, no.
Spotify and all that. That's why people don't want their stuff on these platforms, because you're not getting no money.
A movie on Amazon is in the pennies.
Right.
It's hours long.
But if the song is on a soundtrack, then you getting sync.
You get
You getting sync, and it's on the soundtrack, and it's a song for a soundtrack. It's you get a little paid there. Or if they license the song for a commercial, like the Pullman Group bought James Brown catalog,
right.
and they had it. Get on up on a Pontiac commercial.
Oh, that's a lot of
So
money.
that's like $80,000 for a open, like 2-3 months, and then if they see the sales spike,
Yep.
then they give you another 80.
Yep. I'll keep
But-
residuals on that. Yeah.
Right, but if it's broken down so much with the publishing with a song, you got a producer, you got the writer, then you got the artist. But sometimes these artists are not writing these songs, and they're not producing the song, so they get only way they getting money is doing a show.
That's what I think today.
That's what they did, and they killing it.
Use your
a lot of-
social media, build a following,
right?
and sell out the show.
And merch.
Oh yeah,
See,
yeah.
Merch was like, it was old school at first, but now they really seeing. Like, I started out doing merch.
That's what you meant. Yeah.
Okay, with New Edition
Oh my
in
gosh.
'86,
Yeah.
we used to sell a T-shirt for $5, and a sweatshirt I think was $20. So you had the T-shirt and the sweatshirt. But they wasn't getting a bunch of that, because they signed deals with companies like Winterland or whatever. And Winterland will cut a deal with a guy like me to say, hey, we're going to give you this product, and you're going to go on this tour, and you're going to sell it. We used to make $15,000, $20,000 a night
On the merch.
on the merch. Now, these kids go on, what's the event that one was here?
The
Not Lollapalooza. It come here.
oh
Rolling Loud.
ro-
You take somebody like Kodak Black.
yeah.
When he did his merch, he could make 75,000 on the merch, and he just made 100 on the show. So you getting a 175 a night
On merch. And what's crazy is you
You can
look
get
at
75
the
on
big brands, the big stars, $150 for a sweatshirt.
I
or more.
went to Phil Collins. I met Phil Collins for the first time about a year ago
down
at
in
BB&T.
Miami. Yeah.
And I walked out and I said, look at the line. The show hadn't even started. I was at the meet and greet downstairs, and I came upstairs, and they had a sweatshirt for $80.
Mm-hmm.
I was
It's
like,
actually cheap right now.
Me knowing merch,
Yeah, you.
no textile in Istanbul, Turkey. That sweatshirt is fucking $250. You just put a logo on it, and it's $80. Come on, man. Man.
Says the man wearing Gucci loafers. And the designer.
No, I wear Gucci loafers because I have big, bad, wide feet. So I can't wear Payless or none of that, and I just like nice shit.
Yeah, as you should. But when you're overpaying for, as you said, a $2 to $3 sweatshirt. Anyway, so tell me then, what do you see? Where's the future of music going? What's happening?
The future is AI. The future is what you and I did a few years ago. That show you mentioned with Khaled.
Mm-hmm.
And when I put that on in my phone on that headset, and I was there, like in my living room, but I'm there at the show.
Right.
It's between that and with this AI, but this virtual reality is like crazy. It's like the company that's down there. They never came out with these glasses. They raised $6 billion. Magic Leap.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And they never really came out with the glass. When they come out, when they finally come out, somebody gonna come, and I don't know if they got acquired or not, but that's the future of it. When you're able to, instead of buying a Super Bowl ticket for $1,500, you're gonna be able to pay $500. Not this Super Bowl. I guarantee you, by next Super Bowl, you're gonna be able to have $500, and you could have these things on, and you sitting in your living room, but you standing on the side of the line next to the whoever, Tom Brady or whoever, because that's where it's going. It's augmented reality, it's AI, that's the future of it, and concerts are going to be the same way, because you're going to be able to come in a room like this with this right here. This is the stage, and do a show for people in Bucharest, Romania.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 people sitting in their living room, but they thinking to them it's gonna look like they in a big, like an auditorium, the sound, the acoustics and everything. But they're gonna be you'll be in a small room just like this here, and they got their goggles on, and it's like they had this big show, and they could say, "Boop, push that button. Oh, I want to go on the stage." And you come up on the stage right next to you. You do everything but touch you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, during COVID, I think a lot of those things started, all the tiny desk stuff.
Exactly. But the thing is that it's gonna go to beyond the show.
Mm-hmm.
The show is just a part of it. People want to know, what does a guy like Victor Nappy do when he wake up do he eat oatmeal or cereal? Do he mow his own yard? They want to know shit. That content is so key right now. They want to know what these artists are doing. They want to
connect with it. It's that connection.
They connection.
I think you're right.
But now you got to pay. Oh, that was $9.99. But if you pay $19.99, I'll get you in his bedroom. You know.
Well, your niece out there, and she's
Right.
going to kill me for saying this, but I learned that 100% with the K-pop side, where they're paying, well, me, are paying.
No, you.
Me, I know. Let's just admit it.
Okay.
Okay. They're paying. Well, I'm paying so that you can have a website, like you said, it's a walled garden. So you got to pay, and then you get all the music and the announcements, and they've done such a good job with that overseas. So I'm wondering when we're bringing that here.
Next week.
Probably. There you go. Yeah, because
next week.
It's coming, like you said.
No, it's here.
Yeah.
You just ain't saying it. It's here. I'm telling you, bro. That's what people want. That's what fans want to be connected. They want to see you go to the mall. They want to see you do your laundry. They want to see everything. They want to see you argue with your spouse or whatever. Till you have to tell Johnny, cut the fucking camera off.
Right.
They want to see it up to that point.
Right.
And then you come back on and say, excuse me, guy, I'll be back.
They want to, yep.
They sit right there and wait till you
was that the Truman Show where they did that? His life was just, was it Jim Carrey? Truman Show, right?
I don't know.
It was a movie where
I don't watch
every
TV.
second was like broadcast. And I think that's where we're getting to with the live, and because all these apps, like you said in the beginning, they want you to be.
They want content.
And they just want you to just be immersed and follow whoever. And it's just a weird. I don't know.
It's not even weird no more because they already know half of what you do.
Oh yeah.
Because Michael Jackson said in Human Nature, "Electric eyes are everywhere."
He knew.
You know what I'm saying? Because every traffic light that you at. The people, the DOT people, they can see you.
Oh, you kidding me? Your phone is listening to us right now.
Exactly. This little Siri broad. Oh, my God. She get on my nerves. I was talking to somebody. She's like, bitch, I'm not talking to you.
It happens to me so often. It's ridiculous.
It's not where it's going. That's where it is. Because I had a meeting with the DOT, I think it was. And I saw 836 in these people's office, they got a wall half of the size with these TV screens, and they could see everybody that's coming that left the airport.
Oh, yeah.
Or going to the airport on these different roadways, and they're putting on makeup, they're drinking coffee. You could see the people actually in their car. That's Victor. You cannot say that wasn't you.
Right.
When you went through there and then pay that toll. No, this is you. Here's the tag. Here's a side view. Here's a front view.
They have.
And I'm sitting
so
there in
much
these
more than
people's
most
office
people know.
looking at this shit, and it blew my mind. I was like, shit was scary. Now you got the AI. It's even scarier.
So we're gonna be telling people who you like. They don't know it yet, but you're gonna like this artist.
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing that. It's like I'm gonna make you like him,
right? Yeah.
Whether you know it or
figure
not.
out whatever it is that he has to do.
If he's next, then he's next. You know, that's how labels are. You know, because they control the media. If you can control the media, if I put you on TV, I send it to you in the mail. I put it on your email. How are you going to get around it? Because you engaged in this.
Well,
you pick this up 200 times a day almost.
So how does somebody who wants to connect with that, is it a good thing that they can reach that if they know what they're doing, be able to reach them? Or is it, is there so many now people on social? Because it's 60,000 songs a day?
The number one, the derivative, if you go to the derivative, I think the derivative of it is, to me, is talent. If you got the talent, or a hit record cannot be now. I don't give a the DJ don't like Victor Nappy. I hate his fucking guts. But Victor Nappy's got this record. Right. Oh, my God. Everybody's playing it. You're going to look crazy if you don't play the record.
Right.
You're going to look an asshole. Like, I don't like him. No. Radio station going to have to play it. And then the radio station might play it. They'll just say, let's see the program. I really don't like this nappy guy, but let me see. You play the record and the phone lines light up.
Right.
That's a proven concept that people are. what was that song you just played? No, not that. The one before that, before Barbra Streisand. What was that? Oh, that nappy record. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So now they start. They have to type that in. Hey, we're getting a lot of feedback on this record. So then, what we're gonna do? Okay, tell them we need 75,000 for this many stations,
Right.
and that's how it usually works. They could put a record in to test it. They call spiking it. You just spike the record, and you get good reviews. If it's a dance record or club record, they might say, okay, we're gonna let the mix show guys play it. You know what I'm saying? So they play it in the mix during the. God forbid they play it in drive time.
Oh yeah, that's a
Then that's a big audience.
Yep.
So people are saying, who's that? So it's so now to that, you could say, you hear a record on the radio say, Siri, who's that?
Yeah.
And if you got your business handled right, before you went to the radio station, if you did through all the channels and everything and got your record BDS and lined up, Spotify, Apple Play, whatever. So when you say, Siri, who's that record? Or what's the other one? Spotify?
Shazam.
Shazam.
Right.
Who's that? But when the person said, boom, how much is that? Oh, shit, it's only 99 cents?
Yep.
I'll put that in my playlist. Now that person just bought your shit for 99 cents. Now they got go back and break that 99 cents. They get 30 cents. So now you left with like 60 cents. Producer get his, the writer get his, the publisher get his. But it accumulates to millions of dollars if millions of people are doing the same thing.
And then hopefully you start getting shows. Get people like you to
Absolutely.
say, hey, I'll take you and put you on a show. And
Absolutely.
question from the audience. How does an artist actually, someone who's creates music and, really generating something, how do they get into the machine? And I don't know, that's a good question because it's, do you want to be in it? Do you not? I want you to.
No.
Yeah, come on.
It's a good question.
He's got to light a cigar for this one.
What you have to do is like, no mother wants to drop her child off to a daycare center because she's worried about her baby, right? If you are very talented, your first 5 records, you register that record, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, or whoever, you give that shit away. You want to give your record. If you're a writer or a producer, you give it to that person because everybody always saying, oh, I want $10,000 for this song. I want $5,000.
Yeah.
No.
Here.
If you believe in you give it to them. So when you give it to them, let them blow it up. And then guess what? All you got to do is open that mailbox every 90 days, and that check going to be in there. ASCAP, BMI is going to be in there because you registered the record. You put a tag on it. It's almost like a strip in a $100 bill to dictate whether it's real or fake. You want to give away. Reason why a lot of people don't do what I'm saying they should do is because it's a short window for it, and they're not as talented as they think. You're only good as your latest hit. Give away the hit record. Oh, this song is so big. All your friends love it. Would you buy it? No, your friends ain't buying your shit. So who are they to say, oh, no, I wouldn't give them that. Boom. No, give the record away. Because what it's going to do is going to open up a door. Like, well, who wrote this shit? Mm-hmm. They say, my guy wrote this shit. Yeah. Where is he? Oh, fly him out here. We need to get him in with Bruno Mars or whoever to write some more, James Blunt or whoever. Write some more of these songs. And then if you have more of those songs, then that's when you become that star, that key writer. Because it's all about the writing and the publishing of a song. That's the longevity of it. It never goes away. I'm just saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. And I think that's what, like you said, it's, and I say this a lot in the acting space. People think you got your one movie.
Right.
No.
You got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice.
It is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And it is a long
haul.
You got it?
Long haul. You got to be in it for the long. If you're in it for a short term, then keep that. Grab that. This is mine. But if you're in for the long haul, man, take that record. That ain't.
Because you got 100 more coming.
I got 100 more of them. Like that's. I did that 3 years ago, and a lot of people say, "Oh, I did this song 3 years ago. Listen to it." And they were like, "Oh my God, it's amazing." And you saying to myself, "I did that shit 3 years ago." You know what I'm saying? But it's old. What's old to you is new to the world because the world never heard it. You feel me? So don't ever say, "Oh, this record is old." No, they never heard it, so it's new. Once you find an artist that can identify to that record, or you could write a song with a person in mind a lot of times and say, "Hey, I'm writing this here for this is gonna be Justin Bieber comeback record. It's gonna be on his new catalog, not the catalog that he sold or whatever." And
how do you feel now that because I love it and I've got one for you. Think about the phone calls that you get on the daily and the artists that are successful and the ones that are coming up. And what's the best advice you could give to an artist? Whether, because every artist is scared to publish. They're scared of this. They're scared, or what is it that's the common thread advice that you could share with these, these people that are trying to create something and they just don't know which way to go?
just believe in yourself. Believe in your craft. And never give up, no matter what it looked like. No matter your good, you take your good days and you put them on a scale with your bad days. As long as your good days outweigh your bad days, hard work, prayer, and perseverance will get you to the top of that mountain. In any circumstance, I don't care if you selling beer cans or grapes on the side of the road. Mm-hmm. Hard work, perseverance, believing in you, never giving up. I would never give up, and I will not lose. It may look like I took an L. I'll take that L. But guess what? It's going to be that L that I took, it wasn't a loss. It was a learn.
Right. There
you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly it.
You learn from your losses.
And that's some of the most important lessons, I think, everybody.
You got to.
You got to take the shot.
If you don't, a guy told me a long time ago, he said, shoot for the stars. If you land in the clouds, at least you got off the ground.
Yeah, you're in the clouds. You didn't. Yeah,
you ain't where you were.
Mm-hmm.
You're not where you were. You took a shot. A lot of people are scared. The spirit of fear and intimidation. What if? There's no what if. It's like throwing the towel. Rame don't have no towels. All my towels been thrown in. So all I got to do is just step out on faith and go for it. Because it's like you cannot be fearful. A lot of people have, and it's not just in music, it's in business. They had this fear of the fear. When the fear come over you, he have a cousin. His name is Doubt, and he have a nephew that always with him. His name is Reason. So you feel you in fear. So when you fearful and you doubtful and you reason with anything, you have now another spirit that come over you is called intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
What if? What if it don't work? Fuck. What if it don't work? What if I don't do it?
Yeah.
Then I know it ain't gonna work. But if I step out on faith and say, hey, balls to the wall, I'm going for it. And you just go for it, man. You have to. People don't have that. A lot of men don't have the statistical fortitude. Balls.
Yep, that's it. You gotta
go for it, man. You gotta go for it, Vic. You gotta go for it.
And
bro.
you and I, not only music, and I'm not going to talk about all the tech stuff we know,
right.
But there's a tech term, and I think everybody's got to Google this, but it was called FUD. Right, which stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And
right.
I believe IBM coined that. They hired psychologists.
I think IBM got that for me.
Probably. And they said the best way to psych out the opponent is FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They just would go in and be like, "Oh, that's great. You're coming out with that version of AI. Well, okay, maybe you could go with it. We have one coming out."
Right.
And then all of a sudden you go, "Oh, shit. Should I?
better not
I don't want to. Do I want to?" Although
I can't come out with mine now.
Now I should.
Because they have this machine that.
And you got FUD in your brain.
Right.
And that's exactly. And I think as an artist, it's the same thing. I don't sound like that guy. I don't sound like. Or
you don't
I'm
want
not as
to.
good. Bingo. That's
You don't
it.
want to sound like him. That's the whole thing. I don't want to sound like the next man.
No.
I want to sound like me, and I want to go for it. I'm gonna go for it. It's balls to the wall.
That's the only. And I think, like you said, the testicle. I'm gonna say you got a set of balls. You run. You just go out. And you go to what was it?
It's testicle.
Testicle. Testicular.
Testicular. Fortitude.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, if you got the testicular fortitude, that just put it out. Go. Who's stopping you in today's world?
Right.
So anyway, all right. We finished the wine. Running down the cigars. I know we're gonna get a lot of anything you want to share? Things. Come on, I know you.
No,
I know you meant it.
I'm good. I'm not in the sharing moment. 'Tis the season to be jolly.
Yeah, the holidays are coming up.
The holidays are coming up. Holidays are coming up. The holidays. I don't really get into the nativity scenes of the Christmas thing. I go along with it, for family members or whatever, but I know, what it is. I actually took a picture that I just showed you next to a Christmas tree.
Today. Was that
yesterday?
Okay.
Yeah, but in the Bible it says, and I'll close with this. In the book of Jeremiah, it says, be unlike, I think it is, be unlike the heathen, for one cutteth a tree from the forest, and deck it in silver and gold, and fasten it that it moveth not. Is that not a Christmas tree I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think that.
So, right. In nativity scenes, Christmas it's all good. And But I grew up in Lockdale, Florida, and we ain't had no chimney, so I ain't never seen Santa Claus. I ain't never seen Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, there he is.
Yeah, I'm catching Santa Claus right
Santa
there.
right there.
Yeah.
Can I just say thank you again?
Hey, thank you for having me here, man. I love your family. I love everything.
We love you, buddy.
Happy holidays.
More than you know.
Feliz Navidad. Happy Kwanzaa.
There it is.
All that
all
good.
of it. All the good stuff.
All that good stuff.
No, and I appreciate you.
It's almost like when I was in Istanbul, Turkey, and I was talking with these guys, and we'll close with this. I said,
I think I've seen pictures of this. Is this you on the ship with the thing?
No, not that one.
Okay.
It was
I don't think we can tell that story.
It was during that same time. And I was like, I got ready in the meeting, just like we in this podcast, and I said, Inshallah. And I got up and I hugged the guy. And he said, oh, he's one of us. He's Muslim. And I said, yes, I am Muslim. They say, oh, God, why didn't you tell us earlier? Allahu Akbar. I said, Allahu Akbar. I said, hold up, but did I tell you I was a Christian? They said, no.
Right. And I got Jewish friends. And
I got Jewish friends, and they was like,
spun around.
They was like, you cannot be Muslim and Christian, and Allah do not accept that. I said, listen, I am all things to all men that I might win some. So if I'm in Rome, I'm a Roman.
Absolutely.
If I'm here in Istanbul, y'all Muslim, and I speak Arabic, I'm Muslim. And if we go to Israel, I'm a Christian and whatever. I'm all things to all men that I might win some. And I have one, my friend.
Oh, hang on. I'm taking these off. I'm giving you a hug, buddy. Thank you so much. Oh. Wow. That was, we're getting applause. We, oh, that was so great.
Crazy.
I think, hey, thank you, man.
Cheers.
This was a hell of a podcast. I think if somebody they better got something out of this, because we're gonna we'll do a part 2 where we talk about Miami.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nobody's ready for Miami yet, and we're not gonna talk about Diamond Dolls or any of the history or Luke or any of that shit.
That's crazy. That was good.